First of all, you need to change Blender unit scale. So let's go to the properties, the scene properties, units, and go with 0.001 and enter. Here you can change also viewport 0.001 and change meters for millimeters, and this provide you the good setup for exporting STL for 3D printing like DLP or FDM. Depends on machine and settings on slicer, but after that you can start using this add-on for your needs, because without this you will don't know how much you need to set it up the displacement, because displacement here is coded for millimeters. So if you have 20 millimeters like object and you want displace on 0.2 millimeters, you need to set it up before it unit scale here and go with millimeters, and this will be proper. First feature of this add-on is great feature that Blender don't have is set it remesh on the specific amount of triangulate. So for example, if I do add to this cube regular remesh, Blender adds voxel size on default 0.1, and already we have 400, almost 500,000 polygons, triangles in here. And if I will change this size and apply scale and add remesh, I already almost 2 million polygons here without any voxel size. But my add-on can't do better. So for example, 500,000, take this object here, scale is applied and hit remesh, and you see 500,000 polygons here, and you can scale down this object really well and apply scale and also hit remesh, and also the amount will be the same. If I will shut off the auto apply, you can see when I hit remesh, voxel size is changed. It's not 0.1 millimeters. So, and here you can see the hierarchy of the object. Object is parented to the empty, so this is good. But if you want to apply this remesh modifier, don't use it like here, but use fast auto apply modifiers here. When you just hit fast apply, then this hierarchy shuts down and there is no longer visible and it's deleted, and scale is in 1. And second feature, if you didn't forgot apply scale, don't worry, just hit remesh and scale will be applied and also calculated, and also you have 500,000 polygons. So apply, and if you have really big and apply scale and you want like 50,000, hit remesh, so you have almost 50,000 triangles, and this is really great feature that Blender don't have. And regardless of size, it will calculate great amount of voxel size to your needs. So that's really good. So fast apply modifier, and you can go and do the next part of this add-on. So second of all is triangulate. So you can go triangulate with this. I can show you here. This go with triangulation and smooth corrective. You can add smooth corrective here. Fourth is displace, micro displacement. This helps decimation be better distributed. So for example, when I hit this decimate right now, it should calculate a little bit longer, because decimate modifier uses CPU to calculate larger objects. So depending on your CPU, it will just calculate longer or less if you have better machine that I have. So as you can see, without this displacement cloud here, when I turn off, the calculation need to be repeated, so I need to wait for a moment. As you can see, the display, the remesh decimation is really not good and ugly. So I recommend you to use this displace modifier before decimate. So it will be much better. You can see I have this button fast apply modifier, and I coded this because if I want all those modifiers with this decimate apply, it's double calculation. So like in first one like 30 seconds and applying a second 30 seconds. You don't need this anymore, so you can use fast apply method and all modifiers will be gone magically, and everything is applied without any calculations. So this is really good. And next one is fix non-manifold. So for example, sometimes after a decimation or something like that, and you can have hole inside, so this is non-manifold mesh, so you can go and hit fix non-manifold and this will be fixed. Also I coded some different types of non-manifold, so if you have something like that, loose edge or connected and fix non-manifold, it will be also deleted. And if you have small intersections, so for example, if you have something like this and in edit mode you have something like that, so this is like I generated intersection here. So if you hit small intersections, it will be cut it out, and there is no intersections. So this is only it's not in that extreme case, but you get an idea what those buttons are. So this section, first section, creates like manifold mesh with good triangulation and fixed non-manifold and a little bit small intersections. And we can go to the next part. So if you have something like this, that you have object that have you sculpted and is little bit hole in here. So after that, when I check all of those boxes and this object is calculated, I will use this first section. So the intersections here, I want to get rid of them, and this first section will eventually do this. So if larger amount of polygons, I will set like 3 million for now. And use this whole section. If you checkbox all of them and, for example, add and apply section 1, it will force to add and apply one to the another, to 4, to 5, to 6, and everyone. So let's check that. Hit apply and wait. Decimation gets longer, so probably like 30 seconds or less or more, so we need to wait. But all those modifiers are applied with this fast method, so there is no double calculations. We have already have fairly low poly objects, so 161,000 polygons, and we have something like this. So this probably is STL ready already, so there is no solid intersections, intersect faces, and non-manifold and but containing edges 0, 0, so this is really good. But I want to get rid of this bridge-like structure inside, because if I will set it up to the 3D printing, this will also print, and for the customer it's not good, so I need to cut it out. So the second section in this modifier, in this add-on, creates object for cutting this part. How it's working? So the first is copying the object from source object. So copy source object, it's copied, so it's in the same place. Next one is like remeshing for the 500,000, so 500,000. So I can go remesh. So for now it's like for it's too big amount, because you can see hole through in here. So Ctrl Z, and we go with like 100,000. Let me check. Yeah, it's way better, because we don't have this hole is like sealed, but it's sticking out too much, and we lose some details in here. So this will, you need to use the displacement here, set it up to the amount you prefer. So best is to set little bit of box and set it at like 2 millimeters. So this is this will be pushed inside, so I don't want that much. So for like 0.2 millimeters. So this will be 0.2 millimeters, so maybe 0.1. Okay, 0.2, 1, 0.5, maybe 0.5 will be good. So let's go to the STL and set it up minus 0.5. Yeah, and now we can check this. At displacement on 1.5. Okay, so we have now go inside this. So we have preserved those lines here. Another side is also good. So I think I will stay with this. And now we can remesh this again to the amount we want. So for example, let's try 300,000. So it's like larger, or maybe maybe 2. You can also set it up more than just those modifiers, so you can stack them up and check it. And displacement will not change regardless of the size of the object. So you can see if I will go and check. So the displacement is as I wanted, put inside this amount 0.5 millimeters. So for now I think it's good. So go remesh, so apply all modifiers because I didn't apply instantly, so fast apply, and go and clear islands. This is for like more complex objects, they are like dusty parts floating. We don't want that, so click clean islands, click fix small non-manifold and small intersection also, and this object will be ready to be cutted, this part inside. If on that stage of the this add-on you don't want this part to be sticking out, you can also go in the sculpt mode and push a little bit in that part that you don't want and go out, and that's all. Maybe one more time fix non-manifold and fix small intersection. So this section 2 works with this object selected, and this section works with this object selected. So you need to bear in that mind that this is how it's working. So now if you have those two objects, you can go and go to the section number 3. This section is for cutting this element inside what we don't want, and a little bit also clean up with small decimation and clean islands and non-manifold and everything. So if you noticed, we have here non-manifold as default. This is new Boolean solver that I recommend you to use. So it's in Blender 4.5 LTS. I recommend you to update your Blender because this is way better and faster. It's really good. So if you have all those boxes selected, you hit just hit Boolean. With this it will be already applied and deleted after the tool object. So hit boolean, and now you can see that already is it's carved out, and we have now here n-gons after boolean operation. So the decimate modifier set it up manually on 0.95, creates fixes some parts in here, and triangulate rest of the object. So next is clean islands as before, non-manifold and intersections. So this is for applying everything. Yeah, so now we already get through all of the sections, but we didn't review this button. So for now this object is STL ready for 3D print. We go to the 3D print toolbox and check solid 0 and intersections 0. So this is really cool. For example, I can show you what I mean by this button right now. All my settings here that I want to be for this object, and now I can go into edit mode and prepare one more intersection in here. So I created like object that is need to be made from the scratch. And now if I'll set this, check this box and all of those, so those checkboxes are for this button. So if you check those two and hit here, Addon will go through those section 1 and section 2 like step by step and finish here. If you check this one, it will make all of those changes. So let's try it. Let's try it with timer. So we have here one intersection. So here we have one intersection and small hole, and go and execute. So we have this add-on working right now. Blender freezes, of course, and when this button will shut down, you will see the result. And it's gone. In this example, it cost me 31 seconds, so really great. So all those decimation, 3 million polygons and everything, and in these objects we have cut it out. This part also we don't have no parts we don't need, and also non-manifold edges 0 and intersection 0. So this add-on is great for that one. And you can see also, so 31 seconds, in the small object, but if we go and hit Ctrl Z, automatically we turn this down, and I can show you the process for the bigger one. So for example, to the geometry, and I will scale up object, apply scale, for example, and use this add-on for this object like whole, and we check if the time is changed. So last time with 31 seconds, and let's try it. So difference between this small object and this one, it's displacement on -0.5. This is a bigger object, so displacement will be smaller because I set it up on this. So bear in mind that if this will be changed, yeah, and it stayed changed 35 seconds, but it was a little bit faster, my displacement is lower, so this one is not inside of the mesh right now because I didn't change this tool, but the time is exactly the same regardless of the height of the object, and that is really good. So for example, the difference between cubes and complex objects is that the amount of triangulation count that I set is sometimes different. If more complex than squarish object, it will be more than you just typed. So for example, I can show you. Basic model is this one. So I sculpted this before a long time ago, and I can choose this object. This object has didn't have rotation scale applied, but we don't need to think about that because add-on applies the modifier scale and rotation and for us. So I choose this one. So I will show you the first one. So 3 million polygons, and I hit remesh. So it's triangulated on 6 million. I wanted 3, but it's 6. And you need to remember that more complex objects, it will just be more triangulation, but you can set it up just if you want 3, you can go lower and it will be 3 millions. I wanted to code this better, but for now it's best how I can get, and for me it's perfect. So 3 million is 6 million for this model is fairly good because the eyes are still visible and everything, so it's good. But I need to set this displacement here. So for example, I will set for like this, and we have like 1/8. Okay, so I can switch here for like -1/8, and this will be good. Now I think I should go higher here, so $500,000. Okay, and maybe 300,000. It will be good enough. We will see. Okay, so first of all, the remesh is set it up, then triangulation. Here is more complex object, so it going longer. Smooth corrective. You can lose some detail here, so if you go higher with remesh, you will not lose those detail much, but this smooth corrective is for just smoothing the triangulation, not be just pointed but even distributed. So next is micro displays. Why micro? Because here you have the strength really low, and micro displacement uses clouds as a reference, and size is really small, so on every model is micro displacement bumps and holes. That's why the after displays decimation looks so good, and for me it's great. It's producing great results of topology for me. So now decimation, and need to be calculated from 6 million, so this will little bit of patience. Depends on your depends on your CPU. So we will go through from every aspect, and again we just use this as tool, as just work for itself and wait it out to the result. Okay, so I waited like 30 maybe minute more or less, and I want to apply those. So if this is what I want, just hit fast apply here from the first section, and voila, auto apply all modifiers without any calculation. So this is great. And remember, fix small manifold and fix small intersections, and this part is ready. So for the second one is copy source, then remesh like that. So we have second remesh, fairly low poly, because we want to cut out some parts inside. I can show you what I mean. So if you go inside of the model, you see that green is used for cut. So, and this reddish pinkish color is object that will be cutted out. So remesh, this place is for 1/8, so like check dust. Okay, so not point or minus 0.18. Yeah, this will be good. This place, yeah. So it's inside on the for this amount, and remesh again, and you can now see result after. So here I have micro islands, so this button is really good for. So you have here, and I don't need this, so clear islands. So now it's cleared. Fix non-manifold and fix small intersections, and this is ready for cut. If you don't want to stick out from parts to parts, you can go to the sculpt mode and squeeze it inside, but you can see how much topology we will lose inside. We don't want those parts sticking, and this is not good for 3D printing, for example here. So now this everything will be cut out after this second section. So if we just use this section now and apply section 3, so this will go with all those stages. So we check this, apply section 3. And yeah, and now its inside looks way better, and topology is really good. Topology is even and great, and from the top to the bottom nothing is stretched, there is no intersection, there is no non-manifold. Let me check. Solid and no intersections, and this is ready for export for STL for printing, DLP printing. Yeah, so this is how it's done. So now I can show you on the bigger model, and we can set it up again, the same amount, everything, but here maybe will be a little bit bigger, so maybe 2. Let me check. So everything is set it up, and now just everything is checkbox. All checkboxes need to be checked, and execute selections, and we measure the time. So go. What do you think, how long it will take? I think like 1 minute 20, because I already did this, but we will see. If you set it up good, everything will be great, and every part of this will work. I already checked multiple times. Of course, sometimes your model cannot be remeshed correctly because you have non-manifold object inside and non-manifold outside. Then remesh will be not completed, and your model will lose some details or maybe weird looking. So first check all your non-manifold objects need to be manifold, then will be okay. And second part, problem with remesh, it can produce non-manifold but it should produce manifold 1 minute and 30 seconds. So it's done, it's ready and empty inside, and really good. Yeah, so the object add-on is coded to working on every model, every size. It produces extra objects like this one, and manually this will be deleted automatically if you use fast apply always. And this is those empties are needed for proper set it up of remesh. So yeah, probably this is everything what I wanted to show you in this video. I will produce different videos about different examples. So thank you for watching, and I hope I helped you with understanding this. Thank you.